This is our hybrid caravan that we use to go and see things in Australia. It's a Mars Elite Mark II, and we've been camping for the last 4 days, so if it looks in a good condition right now and it still impresses you, then maybe we've done a good job. I mean, a good job of what? Let's take a look around. It really is a tip. I live with 3 other women in my life, so... But these are the things that we love about the Mars 15 Elite, and the things that we don't necessarily like so much. Oh, my mum's here as well. Look at how happy she looks.
No, I don't look well. I don't feel well.
She had an allergic reaction to, we think, pollen. She's got allergies. So this is our hybrid caravan, the Mars 15 Elite. Let's look at the front, which has kind of got everything out because I'm trying to sort it before we leave. 3 big storage bins at the front. This one's for gas bottle storage. And then in the middle, which is very big, I think it used to have jerry cans in it. I just leave all my other kind of crap, shade sails, that kind of stuff. And then we have another storage bin, which could be used for a spare gas bottle. But even when we had our old camper, I think I went through 1 gas bottle in about a year, and they're swap and goes. So if I run out, I'll just swap and go and get another one, I guess. Big jockey wheel on the front, safety chains, handbrake, breakaway controller. I mean, unless you're a bit of a sad caravan nut, you probably don't really care about that stuff. And then moving around the front, we've got camping fridge. It's a reasonably big one. It's about, well, I don't really know. For context, we bought the caravan second hand. It was $50,000 in, what was it, about March 2025 this year. This one's a 2024 model. I think it's the sort of middle, I don't even actually know, it's middle of 2024. So pretty much everything that you can see, we've either bought it or this one it came with it. So yeah, I don't know how big it is exactly, but it's got 2 big storage bins. That one could be doubled up as a freezer. I mean, technically both of them could be freezers. That's the annoying thing. It doesn't quite kind of make the edge of the lip. So that annoys Samantha something terribly. And it just means that you've got to be a bit fiddly with how it comes out. How much are you annoyed by the fridge that it doesn't come out all of the way?
Oh yes, so annoying.
According to her, it's like the worst thing in the world.
It's just so awkward. Like, if it just comes out and lifts open, it'll be so much easier rather than fighting with the bloody thing.
That's going to be a common theme around this caravan. Just you're fighting with things, apparently, according to my wife. These are the big storage bins. Come out even further. Got fans in there. There's a reversing caravan in there, apparently. Never used it. Don't know if I will. But they really do have some clever storage options. Look at that. One of my pet peeves with it, though, is the little handles that they have. And that's because I have genuinely trapped my finger in it before. That bloody hurt. But they just don't really... No, it's not locked properly. Oh, there you go. Just give it some percussive maintenance and push it harder. But that all slides away. Bye-bye. And then goes into one of the tunnel boots. Quite fancy, really. And then this is our outdoor kitchen. This is quite fancy. This bit folds down from there, and then you've got access to all of your, cups and that. And like my wife, you can just store all your crap on there, so you can't actually fold it back up anymore. I mean, we don't normally live like that, really. It's just we're having breakfast and everything's all out. What's the matter?
I'm finished.
Are you finished? Good girl. I'll just put it in the outdoor kitchen then, shall I? Yeah. So this is the outdoor kitchen with loads of washing up to do. Got a nice big kitchen bit, 4-burner gas hob. Next annoying bit, these are all like metal catches that kind of sit into there, but they don't kind of match up properly. And trying to get them out, you got to push that bit down there. I mean, I know it's great for probably longevity, metal and that, but that's just why we kind of leave them open. Put a tea towel on it, protect my little fingies. This is quite possibly one of my favourite bits about the camper, the outdoor pantry with this little bit that folds down. I've obviously put a bit of a bar in there, and then just all the bits that you need when you're cooking and that. Down here is our pots and pan storage. which again is a mishmash of all of the pots and pans that we've collected in our other various tenting and camper scenarios. Not the biggest bin if I'm honest, but then there are some quite clever cooking solutions. I want to get one of those like stackable, collapsible, not really collapsible, but stackable pots and pans. But I know that it's just extra money and pots and pans we've got still kind of work. But that just kind of goes away as well. This is another thing that annoys me a bit, and this is to do with the engineering of the pantry lid, door. We'll go with door. When you try and shut it and the sink bit is open, look, you put it away. Bit annoying, especially when you're lazy and you haven't done the washing up and you can't really fold this bit down because the stuff's in the way because it will still hit. So we just learn to not be so lazy all the time. Got a nice big awning. I think it's 4.5 meters long by 2.5 meters wide. This one's an electric one, which because it's electric and every time I fold it out and it's creaking away, it scares the crap out of me really. I'm going to break it. Next bit that's a bit annoying is the anti-flap kits. These are the ones that come as standard with it, and they've got these little screwy things. Yeah, I'm just going to put it out there, it's not very good. And then because there's such a big awning underneath it, this starts to sag a little bit, and when it rains it pulls, so you have to kind of stand there with a pool noodle. So I think I'm just going to upgrade the anti-flap kit, and then I'm going to get some rafters that go over the top here so that they just don't pool the water, I guess. This is a good feature, though it's probably underutilized in our house. You've got just some extra, surface area, which when you're camping kind of comes as a premium, especially when that over there gets used by the kids so much. You've got your additional 240 volt and 12 volt. I run my little beer fridge down here. Fold out bin, 10 cents bag. This is the back of the camper. This bit folds out, it's quite fancy. It's the boudoir. No, it's not really a boudoir really, we've got 2 young kids. But that bit folds out so that you can slide out the king size bed, which is a bit of a nicety when you're camping. This is our neighbour's camper, by the way. They've got a Jayco, what's it, a Swan? Swan. They've got a Jayco Swan. So theirs just pops out there. And then they've got their awning. And then on the other side, it also pops out. We used to be in something similar. We had a Jayco Swift, just a smaller version. But it was only really a 3-berth, and the baby started getting bigger. This is going into the caravan, but this is the next one, which is slightly annoying, but only until you figure it out really. You press that bit up, and then you got your fly screen. And then you do that to lock it off. But when you're going in, you have to open it like that. And then when you're going out, you have to open it like that. Which to my wife and kids' brains, because they're still relatively new to using it, just blows their minds. But it's handy having a fly screen, because when you're in full sunlight it does get a little bit hot. Take off the shoesies. Got an extra step because otherwise this one can be a little bit high sometimes. That lights up at night blue, that's a nice little touch. And then we go to the camper really. Over this side down the front end we've got our 2 bunks. The oldest one sleeps up there. The younger one sleeps down there, but my mum's been sleeping in there. Always good to make a 70-year-old woman sleep in bunk beds. All of these bits kind of open up, but we haven't opened them yet. They would get open during the day normally, but we're about to leave. This side is quite a generous width. I've slept up here before. It's pretty wide. And then it narrows down here because we've got our toilet. Yes, I did say toilet. I'm sophisticated. Bit steamy on the mirror. If you keep these vents closed overnight, the whole thing just gets a bit steamy really. Probably would have been a good idea to keep that vent open. But you've got toilet, sink, shower, but we don't really use the shower. It's just more of a laundry, storage and toilet if we need it. And then we need a solution to kind of keep the water away. Because this week we're parked on a little bit of a slope, which is facing down there. We've leveled it off. All the bubbles on the leveler seem pretty level. But obviously with water being water, it will always find a way. And it's just kind of all pooled behind the toilet because there's a little bit of a gap, which is designed in there. Why would you not just have a toilet that kind of creates an impenetrable barrier? So there's a load of water that's sat behind the toilet, which I guess I'll have to clean out when we're finished with camping. Yeah, I always love cleaning behind toilets. These Sirocco fans were fitted afterwards, which are handy. They provide good ventilation. And then we've got an indoor kitchen area, which I don't think we've ever used. Even the guy I bought it off of said he'd never used it. That one's a sink, I think, and that one's a cooker, or the other way around. Matt just uses it for her electric coffee machine. So the battery situation on here, or the electrics, it does have 240 volt with an inverter. I think it's 2 or 3 kilowatt. On the top there's 400 watts of solar panels, 270 amp hour battery. And yeah, whilst we can run a few electricals, like technically there's an aircon. Haven't used that this week. But if we wanted to, just off the batteries, that would probably last about half an hour, like just completely drain the lot. So not doing that. So that bad boy will be saved for when we do our camping trip up to Cairns in summer. And we're obviously on the electrical hookup then, so you know, use it as much as you want. Down here we've got some drawers. That one's got weird tape on it because the drawer itself, that tells Samantha don't open it because drawers are already a bit buggered. Everyone kind of goes, oh, but you got a warranty. I don't have a warranty on this because I bought it second hand, and warranties with caravans don't travel apparently. Well, not to the second owner anyway. You're probably going to say that's a foolish thing. Why wouldn't you just buy a brand new one and then you get a warranty? Well, it's only a drawer, mate. I'll get round to fixing it. And caravans are just really massive, great big wooden boxes on a trailer frame, so they're going to break eventually anyway. I'll just look after it. I don't think this is going to have a major structural bad thing. That's the water pump. Got extra storage here. This one's the main one. We keep food and extra clothes and things in there. At the top is all with a battery management system. Oh yeah, there's a TV there as well. But it's not a smart TV and the kids just want to watch movies off my phone all the time, so I think I'll have to sort that one out. Oh, I've been told to put the hot water on. Just press that little button there and then that'll turn the hot water on. Got a CD player. Who even has CDs anymore? But it is handy because there's outside speakers and then you can control the different settings and lights and things. I changed these fans. We went for kick-ass ones because they're cheaper than Sirocco's. And the fans that come here as standard, they're pretty naff and very noisy. And they keep bumping on the king-size bed. That's all my mess down there, where I've just been sitting, which folds out and goes into that back pop-out bit that I was showing you. Got additional storage on the side here. You can also put things on the top. This is my side for putting things, but then I don't ever get to put things there because I live with 3 women. Got a little hoover. That was unfortunate. Got a little hoover. That's handy in the van. And then, yeah, this one's a king-size bed. Can technically fit Samantha, me in the middle, and the youngest. When you have to sleep with a fiddly 3-year-old, it's just not the one, really. Looking down the rest of the van, I've got a little seating area there, which just becomes a clothes dumping ground. We do have a table that you can hook into something down here. There you go, there's a bracket there. But we never really use it because it just kind of gets in the way, and then you don't really have the most amount of internal space. But when we used to have a Jayco Swift, and we basically just had that front doorway bit, not even any of this. It seems rather roomy and luxurious. But I know I've been whinging about this van. I actually do really love it. It's a joy to come out with it. It's basically a hotel room on wheels, isn't it? This is the van. I'm really happy with it. It makes camping a joy. Having a toilet in the van is really handy, especially when you've got girls that need to go and have a wee in the night. You want to cuddle? Come on then. Also having 2 particularly young children, having the facility of being able to wash them, that's pretty handy. I really do love the outdoor cooking area. Like, you don't feel that...
my iPad.
Yeah, okay, go on then.
Okay. Put it.
There you go.
Okay.
No, you go and watch it outside. Aside from the drawers that don't really fold out properly, it's got all of the mod cons. I can cook pretty much anything on there. Oh, I haven't shown you the back of the van yet, have I? Now, before I show you the rest of the van, I just wanted to speak about the sponsors of this video, True Blue Migration Services. Because with them for the last 5 years, we've been helping people move to Australia, just like us, to live the Australian dream in a caravan. I mean, that's not everyone's Australian dream. But if you're watching our videos and you're seeing our life in Australia and you're thinking, hey, I want that to be us, living as permanent residents, leaving the cold of the UK. It's probably not one of the only reasons why you want to leave and move to Australia. But if you're at the beginning stages of your move, or you're even already in Australia and you're looking for a longer term way to stay, check all the details down in the description below and you'll get a free visa assessment where True Blue Migration will be able to tell you exactly what you need to do to stay in this beautiful country. And because we've been working with them for so long, we've been able to get an additional reward just for our viewers, and that when you do decide to use their service, you'll save an additional $200 off the cost of your visa. Probably enough to pay for some of the repairs on my caravan. So check out all the details down in the description below, or go on their website www.truebluemigration.com. And now I'll show you the rest of the van. There's extra bits around the back, which is kind of very handy. We bought that clothesline from Aldi. There's additional tunnel boot storage here. We've got like a generator in there, one of those beach showers. I think I need to get some like little steps just to put in the top there, because the van gets pretty tall, and if you need to have a look at anything on the top or have a go with one of those anti-flap kits at the front, then you don't have any steps it can get. Well, how do you get up there really? That's the back for the toilet cassette. It's got 2 different water tanks on it, so it can hold about 220, I think it's 220 litres. That's an access point for an outdoor shower. And then on the top there, it's got a fold out shower that comes down. There's the dogs, they've got their own shady area. That's really good if you're really off grid and you don't want to bring any of the dirt inside your van. And this is an overrated little feature. That's the Truma hot water system, which runs off the gas, and you just get hot water on demand, which is really underrated when you camp and you don't have that and you have to boil everything on the hob like a peasant. That big pipe there is for putting the anti-flap kit in, but yeah, that's just the back part. And some kids playing swing ball over there. What's your favourite bit about the Caravan, mate?
My bunk bed.
Why is it your bunk bed?
I just always wanted a bunk bed.
But it's just like a normal bed. Why didn't you like it when we were sleeping on the floor when we'd go camping, or when we slept in the beds on the pop out?
I just like the bunk bed.
There you go. And what's your favourite bit about this hybrid Caravan? No?
No.
Any ideas? What's your favourite bit about the camper? Pulling faces, apparently. Easy to please kids. What's your favourite bit about the Caravan, Matt?
Oh, definitely the bed.
What?
Sleep so much better.
Why is it about all the women in my life just love the sleeping arrangements? Why do you sleep better in the bed?
Well, it's pretty comfy. Big. I like that we've got a toilet and a shower for using if we need to. Even though it's a bit tricky and it's a bit tight, but it does the job.
Now, one of the things that we love doing when we look at other people's setups when we go camping is just what they've got, really. And we used to have something similar to this, but a smaller version. And you get all sentimental when you see our Jayco Swift around.
Well, yeah, because that was our first. Is it a Caravan?
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah, it was our first one, and the girls were smaller and.
What's the thing that we have on our new one that you couldn't live without and couldn't go back to?
I don't know.
Having a wee in the middle of the night?
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
That always used to make me laugh the most, when she'd have to do that little waddle outside and go and find somewhere to wee. But no, we're really happy with the van, even though, as Sam says, it doesn't really feel like a holiday. She wants a 5-star resort. And the kids kind of want that as well, because they just want a big swimming pool with slides. We've decided to stay at Coventry this week, and they've only got bike tracks and parks and a dirty great big brown billabong, which the kids are like swimming in, but you know, adults would rather not, unless they absolutely have to because it's so hot. Which we did experience one Christmas when we stayed here, so you know, been there, done that. Keep seeing other bits I haven't shown you yet. Down the front, that's all the storage for the kids' clothes, and all their toys and stuff are stored in the additional storage underneath the bunks. I mean, I say underneath the top bunk, it's kind of built into that part of the bunk. And we do have additional storage underneath the bed, but it's mainly used for batteries and hot water heaters, not really functional storage. And there's more long-term storage underneath the benches, so we keep electrical things that we don't use unless we're on 240 volt in there, and warm stuff in there. Now, we've done other videos of us camping in Australia, so I'm not going to go into it too much about why we love doing it. I just think it's great memories for the kids, and it's kind of a cheap alternative to seeing Australia, just driving around and staying at all the bits that you want to see. So that'll be us this Christmas. We're going on a bit of a road trip up to Cairns and then back down to Brisbane. It's going to take us about 3 weeks. Going to stop at a few places on the way. So if you want to see a bit more of the van and see how we use it, I'll probably do a bit more vloggy things rather than a tour. Come around then. And if you want to live a lifestyle like this in Australia, then why not speak to our friends True Blue Migration Services? I'll put all the details down in the description below. See you next time.